Bailey has been a counselor with us, and in fact she was at camp all day today because one of our to come and tell you a little bit about camp and about her story and why we're here tonight. So again, thank you so much for all your support. We really are grateful and we really appreciate it. Bailey Callahan.
I'm the second child of 4. I have a 19-year-old brother, a 15-year-old sister, and a supposed to be 12-year-old sister. I come from a quirky family who always tries to find time to spend time together. Wow, tongue twister. As well as, me and my siblings fight all the time. But all of that changed on the night of November 18th, 2008. That was the night my youngest sister was taken to the hospital. And it was the next morning that my dad said something I will never forget. Your sister has been diagnosed with cancer. At no age or moment in life does it ever become easy to say those words. That morning, I saw my dad cry for the second time ever. It was the hardest thing I've ever heard. I remember a knot formed in my stomach. I had learned about cancer in health classes, but it was never anything positive. I was terrified for my sister. She was only 7 years old. I wondered if she knew what was going on, or if she knew what could happen, and I had to force myself to not think that way. The next year was full of ups and downs for my family and me. There were times when my sister wanted to spend time with me, and only me. She would sit on my lap and hold my hand, and want to play as if, like we did before she got sick. There were times when she wanted to watch movies, and watch me attempt to dance along to Hannah Montana for her. But there were also times when she was in pain, and you could tell something was wrong. There were times when she felt so sick, she didn't want to eat anything. And when she was so exhausted, she spent her entire day sleeping and completely missed my visit to her. Those days were the hardest on me. It was so hard to see my baby sister in pain, to see her so sick. I wanted nothing more than to help my sister, but seeing her the way she was so hard on me. I had no one to talk to, which made it all worse. On November 30th, 2009, my sister lost her battle to cancer. She was 8 years old and far too young. I was only 13, and I could not understand what had just happened in my life. I felt alone. I had no one to talk to. It is still hard for me sometimes to admit that this has happened. Maddie was my youngest sister. She was kind and had a gentle heart, and I miss her very much. But I'm not here to tell you about my story. I am here for Gilda's Club. I am here because they have made a difference in my life. I first found out about Gilda's Club while my sister was still sick. My mom and her would come to Gilda's Club, and Maddie would go play in Noogie Land, the playroom they have there. I had the opportunity to go with them one time, and I got to watch my sister thrive there. But personally, Gilda started making a difference in my life last summer at Camp Sparkle. I was asked to be a counselor. I could not have been more amazed with what I saw on the first day. There were children there of all ages, all different experiences, many returning members, quite a few new members, and they were all there to have fun, to talk about what was going on in their lives, and to learn about cancer. These kids were ranging in ages from 4 to 15, with counselors being 16 and older. And they knew more about cancer than I knew at that age. Working at camp gave me the opportunity to work with kids who were both my age and the age I was when my sister was sick. The difference being between them and myself, they knew more. They were able to open up with what they were feeling and what they were thinking. It was shocking to notice the comparison between my campers and myself at their age. To see all of the support they knew they had, the support that Gilda's Club offers them. I began volunteering with Gilda's Club to help others. I had no idea that Gilda's Club would be helping me. I am also here for the campers. Every camp begins the same way. The children come and are quiet and reserved at first, but camp goes on and they begin to bond with their counselors. They begin to bond with each other. Day by day, they slowly begin to share what they're feeling and what they're thinking. And by the end of camp, They feel like they have someone to talk to. As counselors, there's no greater moment at camp than the one when you see a child who finally realizes that they are not alone in what they're feeling. Those are my favorite moments. I am here for those moments. I am here for those campers because I believe that every camper should have that moment. Every child should have that moment to realize that they are not alone. But most importantly, I am here to speak for Gilda's Club. For the work they do and the smiles they bring, for the support they give and the support they deserve to be given. Through Gilda's Club, I have not only had the opportunity to meet some amazing people, I personally also learned a lot. I have learned that I do not have to be alone in dealing with what happened with my sister. I spent a lot of time thinking that I was the only one feeling that way. But I was wrong. I'm not alone. And now I know I will never be alone. I've learned the same lessons that the children learn. It is all right to be scared and angry and sad and mad, but it is all right to be happy. I learned that I can be there for others, and that sometimes I need others to be there for me. But most importantly, Gilda's Club has taught me that there is support out there. There are people who care, and people who will be there during your journey. I have been blessed with the opportunity to work for Gilda's Club, and now I, and many others, will remember that we are not alone in our fight, in our grief, or in our lives. Thank you.
Really an amazing young woman, as you can see. And I think she tells you what it's like to be at Gilda's Club and what our needs are. And if you have any questions at all of Bailey, I know she can answer any questions, or if you have any questions about Gilda's Club, please let us know. But being here tonight helps support our camps and helps us expand and bring more camps. We'd like to move around the state. We'd like to do so much more. So thank you again. You really are making a difference. Yes?
You said you had 3 camps. How many kids are in each of those?
25 kids is our maximum capacity for our mental health. So 25 kids a week. And this year we have 2 camps in Seattle and 1 in Tacoma. We brought it to Tacoma last year and we filled up in 5 minutes, unfortunately. We're doing it in Tacoma again this summer. And we'd like to expand it to other places in the state and beyond. Okay, thank you, Bailey, so much.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna turn it back to